Hello, and welcome to Sunday. All Hallows Eve. Loki's like, can I have some snackies? I need some treats. Don't trick me. Just give me treats, please. Can I have treats, please? Can I have a snacky? Oh, snacky, snacky. Come on, Freddy Fruiters, do you want some snackies too? Hey, hold on, I gotta get some hooked up for your sister. Hold on. Freddy Fruiters, come here. Hey, those are not your snackies. Loki, don't stop my dream. I know, Freya Fruiters is playing shy. She's off into corner here. Ow! Ow! Oh, so strong, so strong! Loki, what are you doing to my computer? Loki. Yeah, were those good snackies? Was that good snackies? Yeah, cats have had snackies. How we start our show every week. What did he do to... Okay, there we go. Alright, River's had snackies. Loki's making sure I left no snackies on my fingers. Oh, all clean. All clean. Okay. Okay. Cat food makers, treat makers. We love treats around here. If somebody wants to hook us up with samples to review, we can do that for you. Oh, excuse me, Eructation Nation. Hey, Goobers. Yeah. Should we show everybody what we've been working on this week? We made good progress. With our states. Oh, where's... Okay. It's like, did I lose my needle? Did I lose my needle? But no. We're just going along, doing our back stitching. We have just a little bit more. Is not... We got some more work to go, but we are coming along. And we are also making good progress on our spooktacular combinations, all the frills and lace and funness. So let's get stuck in with some stitching. Wow, focus on me. Okay, the camera's being silly. Having some. Okay, well, at least our audio is good. I can't speak to the video quality today because I don't know what's happening, but everything's fine. Except for poor Chrissy Mayer. She got a copyright strike, community guideline strike. I don't even know what happened. But what I do know is this seems to be this ongoing recurrent theme that there is unequal application of copyright and community guideline strikes depending on whether you are I'd say small creator, but she's not. Some of these channels are humongous, huge money makers for the YouTubes are getting strikes, and then mainstream media can get away with whatever they want. So can we just have some consistency, please? So to get around that, you can watch the replay over on the Rumbles. Hey, Rumble crew. Hey, YouTube replay crew. Thank you to the 24 people who follow me over on the Rumbles and that have pushed me over to 241 likes. over there. I am now officially double the amount of subscribers on Rumble than I have compared to my 12 on the YouTubes. So thank you, everybody over there. We are closing in on 70. If I can get 76 more followers over there, I will simultaneously stream to Rumble as well. So help a human out, because that would be super cool. And I managed to fall into the cesspool that is the Twitters this week. Why? I don't know. Just for the having another place to pretend to be a social media nobody to. But that's cool. Finally made it up over 211 followers over on the Instagrams. It's like I was like stuck at 209, and they kept saying like so and so is following you, so and so's following you, and then my numbers never changed. So I don't know what's happening on that platform, but whatevs. Whatever. Speaking of copyrights, so Eric Hunley from the illustrious channels as Laid Back News and America's Untold Stories, and the aptly named Nate and Eric got a copyright claim for his own video footage that Netflix used in the John McAfee documentary. It's like, all right, brilliant Netflix. You wouldn't have that footage if it wasn't for Eric Hunley, and then you're going to claim it. It doesn't work like that. That is such silly shenanigans. But we're just gonna like segue on, because then that leads us up to Nate the lawyer and his legal team over at the Dillon Group, which is the illustrious, the infamous, there's so many words to say, the brilliant, the talented Ron Coleman. Officially, their lawsuit has been filed against the Christopher Boozy and Bot Sentinel. Yup, it happened. And I know there was some readings of pieces of it. If we get bored and need something to do, I too have the legal filing pulled up. So even I can do a dramatic reading of it. So if we get bored while I'm trying to I don't know how I can stitch and read at the same time, but we will figure it out. And, oh, excuse me. Keep sleeping, and I'm still so sleepy. I found out this week that not only is Ron Coleman representing Nate Brody, but he's also representing Ariadna Jacobs in her refiled lawsuit against Taylor Lorenz and the New York Times. So that is pretty exciting. So Ron Coleman's got all the big cases that I'm curious about. So we shall see. Yeah, good times, good times. It's also super funny watching that Umbrella guy just like Amber Heard's team did him so dirty. He's like, yeah, you're jerks, and I am just going to continue to make money off of you and make content, because why not? So, good times, good times. What else? Oh my gosh, I was just listening. Whoa. Don't talk and yawn at the same time. Woo-wee. Right before the stream, I was listening to an podcast interview that Derek from More Plates, More Dates did with Zach Thielander. Is he an Olympic weightlifter, among other things? But I guess J.M. Mannion, who his family is involved with a lot of the NPC bodybuilding. Is it NPC or the IFBB? They put together a lot of the bodybuilding shows. Let's go with that, so I don't get my facts confused. But I guess that they also, or at least one of them, has been running a website with female bodybuilders working out in not necessarily what one consider workout appropriate attire. Let's go with that verbiage. So yeah, that was, and theoretically that the women who participated on this website may have been getting more favorable placings in their competitions as a result of their participation. So as if ambiguous standards in bodybuilding weren't present enough, now we have this to contend with. So that's weird. And I'd say I'm surprised, but I don't know if anything surprises me anymore. It just leaves me disappointed. Just disappointed. I forgot to ask, what's everybody working on today? What are your big plans? Is anybody dressing up tomorrow? Has anybody dressed up all weekend? I didn't even put my face on, but I did change my hair color. Not that it shows up on the camera that I can see. But yeah, I tried to turn myself into a Smurf the other day because that's what happens when I get hair dye. I turn myself colors. And whoa, I gotta slow down and stop yawning. Yep, we did that. Should we finish up with more news things? Oh, this one's just sad. We'll get into art stuff next. But Leslie Jordan and Jerry Lee Lewis this week. Ay, ay, ay. There's cat shadows running past me. Somebody's outside. Yeah, so that was that. And then all of these people that we keep talking about them because they're so ridiculous. These folks who are trying to destroy art, destroy irreplaceable works of art. It's just crazy. And who would try to glue their head to a painting? Like, come on. That's so weird. And why mashed potatoes and Campbell's soup? Tomato soup, which, speaking of Campbell's soup, indirectly, because we're actually going to go squirrel back around to Andy Warhol and his estate and their case that's being argued in front of the Supreme Court regarding copyright and transformative use, and is Warhol's paintings of prints transformative enough compared to the original photographs? And all what, so very fascinating things. I didn't even realize like that I don't know. I don't know. I just don't know. Yeah, it'll be very fascinating to see what the ruling on that is. And what's up with the underwear party at Paul Pelosi's house this week? I don't understand. There's so much security. How? I mean, I don't think he just lets people. I mean, obviously he did just let people in, but I think that's another story where there's more to that story than we are hearing currently. And it'll be fascinating to see what comes next. Oh, this is just shredding these edges of this lace. I thought that I was like, I had just a tiny bit left, and then I was going through my stash, and I was like, oh, I got like a whole bunch of this, but it's fine. Yeah, I'll just carry it along. Should we put some background music on? Maybe, yeah. Let's find something spooky and fun for the background. Let's see here. I will link the station in the backgrounds. Ooh, this sounds right. 80s horror synth, dark synth. What do you have for commercial? Because it's not on my other YouTube account. Just a little background ambiance for this super seasons. Was this going to get too loud now that I turned it up? Oh, oh yeah, this is perfect. Just what we were hoping for. Spectacular. Yes. Oh, we're just jumping around. I guess speaking of more famous people in legal nonsense, so I guess Lynn Spears has officially withdrawn her filing for $600,000 for legal legal fees from Britney's estate. Why? I'm not quite sure yet. Hopefully, Emily D. Baker will let us know this week. She's been. Everybody was like caught up in the shit show that was the Daryl Brooks trial. Even I couldn't keep my eyes away from it. I know there was times where I didn't really watch all of it, but oh man, it's too much. But at the same token, his constitutional rights are no less valuable than anyone else's in this country. So I'm not here for what he did at the parade, but I'm here for equal application of the law. So do with that as well. It's just what my family came to this country for. All right, we talked about Brittany. Oh yeah, speaking going back, circling back to Twitter, the house cleaning has begun. Musk hasn't let go of the lumpet proletariat class yet, but the uppermost management bourgeois are getting their poop slips, and it sounds like gigantic severance packages. Like a few more than 100 million, 200 million. It was the, yeah, they were compensated. So, ooh, yeah. Almost under my list again. I keep trying to write enough stuff, and then some days I talk super fast and go through all my talking points. What's the last thing I had? Oh, right. And there's that whole PayPal debacle up again. They had that they were like gonna randomly charge it, not randomly, but charge accounts $2,500 for what was it, misinformation. Somebody who transfers money from one person to another has no business in information wheeling and dealing. Like, what do these two things have to go together? And yeah, I don't even. Yeah, I'm just confused. They're complete non sequiturs, and you either transfer money or you are a place for people to share information. Unless it's like Rumbles or Locals where you pay both, but oh, you guys, there's weirdness afoot. Too much weirdness. I don't care for it. Well, this is my 119th. Next week we'll have more than 120 pieces of content up over on the YouTubes. Nobody pays attention over there. So leave me a comment. Give me a thumbs up. Give me a thumbs down. Just engage with me. Oh, but that was super exciting. I was able to write my first community post today because I got the community post tab on my channel. Did anybody pay attention to it when I tried to promote the stream? No. But did I share it on Twitter? I didn't. I shared it on Twitter. Shared it on Locals. Shared it on my Instagram. I think it got shoved over onto my Facebook. People just busy? Do people just not like this time? Do people just not like me? Maybe all of the above. Oh well. Selling clothes is not always glamorous. All these beautiful curated videos where with all these time lapses of how long things, without any real understanding of how long things really take, or the mix-ups that happen. It just not my style. I'm here for live and unedited. Maybe because I just miss performing. I just miss being on stage. So here, I can make my own stage in my living room, or bedroom, or kitchen, or wherever I set up the camera. But speaking of that, actually, we will be having some pre-recorded things because we've started a series of tasting new foods from the corner store. And we have some videos filmed. I probably just need to trim off a little bit at the beginning and the end and just upload it because am I going to do some fancy editing magic? Definitely not. I just need to put together my thumbnails and upload some videos. So that's fun. The things we've tasted, super tasty. I haven't tried anything bad yet, which is fortunate. Maybe we need to do. Oh, maybe we need to do a Halloween candy weird special tonight. Are you going into the corner store today? Okay. I wasn't sure. Okay. Into random headless voices of and the heater's going off. Might snow this week. Probably not here in the valley, but in the mountains because we need water. Because we're in a drought for like 7 years straight. It makes fire season good. Yeah, we are in the home stretch of these combinations. Just some floofy leg lace, some in the orange section, top attached, and maybe some poppers to close this thing because hooks and eyes. I could do hooks. I don't know. I haven't decided to. I just know that I needed some hand things. But it's cold. And I don't like being cold. So big. Rearrange. Oh, I don't have a head again. Forehead. Can't decide where to sit. We change it at most of the weeks. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Is it over here? It's in front of me already. Oh. Random things. Finds at the Goodwill. Appears to be unopened. 54 inches by 40 yards of orange tulle. But I heard cats and then I realized it was just the music. Look at this. Ugh. What am I going to make yet? I don't know. Is it something that I just like don't have in my collection? I was like, I'm not going to get to you. And then I walked out and I was like, maybe I do want you. And for $5, Ewan was like, I have cash, just go get it. I said, okay. Do I see a floofy over the top petticoat? Probably. Alright, that's something. Okay, the last thing on my list, my costume use, and why I will probably never make a worth ball gown. Why? I don't know. Actually, I do know. From the way I'm learning and seeing and understanding, worth seems to be like the fast fashion of the day. And I'm just not interested. I also like my costumes to be able to be hoopable, and those super long train dresses just don't do it for me. Just not here for it. All of the Victorian and Edwardian Halloween costumes, though, I could do one of each. There was one that I saw that I have on my Pinterest that was like a skirt with a hoop that was kind of like a circus tent with little animals hanging off the bottom of the hoop. Like, that is adorable. I think I'm going to do that for next year. Probably need to start now because if you know, you know. Things are slow. I mean, that project is good too. I just, in the world of projects, you step back, you think about how long something's going to take, then you double it, and then you add another quarter to it. And then sometimes you still don't have enough time. So time management for sewing, for projects in general. So I don't think it applies just to sewing. I think for any big project, that would be how I guesstimate the time needs. Ooh. Yuppers. And I just don't love those like giant bustle era, the 1860s. I think I'm more like turn of the 20th century through mid-century modern with a splashing of goth cyberpunk because like all right, you guys and gals, and let's go to the edge of this. Hello, porcupine. I know, I wish I had a guest, somebody to chat with. Now we're into like the quiet sewing section of the show. I lost my stitches. Chat's not engaging with me. I don't have anybody to talk to. Ow, porcupine, stop poking me. Try not to bleed on my waylays here. Hey, creepy doobies, why don't you come keep me company? Cat. People only come for the cats. They hardly stay for me. Okay. That's right, since I run out of things, let's just get to the end and we might call it a show. Have I watched time? Not particularly, but who knows? Hmm. The room to move around. I'm going to rearrange and then I just left everything in random piles all over the room. I wonder why we are just in this orientation today because it's going to end it. The replay crew, drop me a comment in the downstairs. What you working on? Who's raking leaves or drinking spiced cider and eating cider donuts, or walking in the woods, or at the beach? Oh, I want to go to the beach. Oh, this sunny hot beach where I can sit under an umbrella and don't turn into a lobster kid. I just, yeah.